Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the From Season 2 Breakdown. I am here with some very awesome, beautiful people tonight. We got my co-host, of course, to the right of me. I think it's what we watch on the screen is to the right of me, Mr. Tamon Kane, the Screen King himself. How you feeling tonight, man?
I'm feeling great. I'm super excited. We got a great group up here tonight. We're going to have a really good conversation. This week's episode finally gave us a little something, so I can't wait to get into it.
Oh yes. And we also got the queen herself, Lady Shasha, in the building. What did I just watch? One of the minds behind the Cabin in the Woods Film Festival, which you should definitely check out. I'm a part of the promotional squad for that. So I highly suggest that you'll be seeing, follow me, you'll be seeing more tidbits and information on that. And the links will be down in the description, as well. How are you feeling tonight, Lady Shasha?
I'm feeling all right.
Yes.
I'm just here to dunk on Jim some more.
Stick up it.
And we also got the other queen in the building, Keeshia from the Random Horror Show. How are you feeling tonight, Keeshia?
I'm feeling wonderful. I'm good.
Yes.
I'm with
yes.
Shasha. Let's go ahead and dunk on Jim because he's been getting on my last nerve.
I see the energy shifted. It used to be on Victor and a couple other people, but now it's on Jim. Okay, I'm feeling the shift. And we also got the King author in the building tonight, Mr. Sylvester Barzay, Mr. Planet Dead himself. How you feeling tonight, Sylvester?
I'm feeling good. I'm just here for those who hate Donna, the support group that we're creating. I'm just we had a rough 2 weeks. Like a roller coaster. So yeah.
Yes. And we also got some people in the chat. What's up, Mika? Loving this panel. Thank you, Mika. We also got Jaleesa in the building. Hey, beautiful black people. Yes. We got Bitey. What's up, Bitey?
Hi, Bitey.
From fans, Mika says yes. Episode 9 brought the momentum. Yes.
It did.
It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those people. We got Michael Anthony in the building. What's
Exactly.
up? What's up, Donna's children? And we also got Tommy in the building. Tommy Brown, the one and only Black Horror Survivor. Thank you for stopping by, Tommy. So yes, we saw episode 9, which means we got one more episode left, to go. With some things popping off, some people was irking, some people pissing me the hell off, So, we first off, I'm gonna start it off with let's give thanks to Donna, for still holding it together throughout all this. I mean, yeah, she's
Yeah, I'm placing it.
Random listen.
But you know what? I'll give her this. I do. Her surviving, I guess that was cool. She lucky, whatever. I don't know how Boyd made it from point A to point B so damn fast.
Didn't he get it over there?
Yeah, he did get it fast.
Just like teleported. Must have jumped in one of them trees. I don't know. But
motion detected at the front door.
I don't. Sorry about that.
Boyd coming through the door.
Sometimes just the screen door. If the wind catches the screen door, it'll set that thing off.
Yes. It was a talisman. One of the talismans dropped. We got Stephanie in the building. Thank you for stopping by, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
We got Mika. She said Jim can get lost. He was pissing me off this episode. And Donna stays consistent. Period.
She does stay consistent in the downhill spiral that she's driving us.
So how are we feeling about this episode? You know, as a whole, you know, how are we feeling about this episode?
I just want to say that Randall really, really got under my skin. Sylvester. He really got under my skin in the very beginning of this episode, but boy, he basically told him, sit your black ass down. He was really that close to telling him
really did.
The appropriate version of that for Randall.
I wanted him to shoot him on sight.
I wanted him to shoot him on sight too. I wanted him out of there.
Because I blame Jim. You should have left his angry ass on the bus. Don't involve him in nothing.
And Jim
is so tunnel vision. Only he's like I said earlier, he's the onlyest person to ever have a thought. You don't ask anyone anything else, and he's not even. He thinks he's so smart, but he's not even as smart as Jade.
I'm not even.
He's not. That is absolutely correct. That's a great point.
He went up and linked up with Randall just because he had like a $20 Walmart drone. I don't know.
Exactly. That couldn't hold a kite.
He's like,
you gave him credit for Walmart. I was looking at that like that's AliExpress.
That's definitely AliExpress. Big, yeah. Let me tell you something. Last week I said that they were the same character, and they absolutely are. Pig-headed, don't understand anything, and Jim. I'm over Jim. He can go actually.
The fact that Jim just
can
went
die.
so far down on everybody's list is just like
Jim's fall from grace.
He's a terrible father.
Nobody would not miss him.
He didn't fall for me because I never liked him from the first season with his Wings haircut.
Oh my God!
I don't even remember that show Wings.
Not Wings.
But every time I see his hair, he reminds me of those guys.
Oh, I'm never gonna look at.
That's why his wife wants to leave because I get it, Tabitha. You should actually probably hook up with Jade because y'all are having some great chemistry, a lot of great scenes together. You'll be a great first lady to the city or from Lee.
She's the only person Jade treats with respect because I guess she's afraid of her yelling at him or something.
Exactly. That's what some people respond to.
Well, he also treats Tien with respect now. Tien is like his surrogate mama.
Because
she's also the real brains behind all that. Every idea he had came from her. So I mean, I treat her with respect too.
Now that I recall, it's because his first interaction with her, she beat him with a spoon. He tried it with her, and she took a wooden spoon at his ass.
Anyone that steps up to him, he's just like, all right.
He only responds to aggressiveness. And so that works for him.
In that theory, he should give Victor a lot of respect because Victor be punking him left and right. He'd be like, tell me about it now today, and Victor just walks away.
Victor may be the mayor.
I mean, he could be. Shit, he could be.
He's been there the longest for sure. But that's the opening scene of this episode revealed so much. When he threw those keys, which we all knew he was gonna, these keys? We all knew he was gonna do it. I really thought his death scene was gonna be in this episode. I was like, come on, cicadas, finish him. But apparently that's not what's happening.
Oh no, he's gonna be.
No, I think we have per the nursery rhyme that no one can find. Per the nursery rhyme, I think we have 3 disciples or something.
Maybe he could turn into one of the vampires or whatever they are. I want to see one of them get created. That's all.
He would be a great choice to be one of the vampires. Yeah. He's already annoying.
Did you notice, when they did the flashback to Elgin seeing I keep calling her the Banshee, whatever she is. She looks like she's wearing a kimono.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
she does.
Yeah. It reminded me of what Fatima was wearing, but I think it was a part of subconscious dream or whatever,
maybe
what's going on.
Just them together.
It's funny to talk about dreams because I was talking to my sister about it. She keeps calling Elgin Kincaid, and I was like, "It's
I ain't going to sleep."
Then we had a whole conversation about if he's Kincaid and who's the Nancy, because when what you call Junkie Rogue was going off in that room, she was acting like when Kirsten was first in the hospital, and Nancy had to come and calm her down. And I said, well, that makes the nurse lady or the paramedic lady the Nancy.
Yeah, Christy is Nancy because she definitely walked in Never sleep again.
Oh my god!
I'm glad y'all picked that up. I'm glad y'all picked it up because that's some Nightmare Elm Street stuff right there.
Yeah, I love the whole
don't go to sleep
aspect
tonight.
that's going. Yeah, I love that whole aspect.
And then them telling everybody don't fall asleep, like
yeah. It just added too much for me. I'm just like,
you thought it was too much.
It's just it's a lot going on. I just a lot of times I'll put myself in the position of like someone in Colony House or someone in town, and I'm like, if I got to deal with the weather, Randall, Jim, I got to deal with worms and all this, locusts and all this other shit, and then you want to throw in like I can't go to sleep now. Like that's my only piece.
See, that's what I thought it was for you. You were imagining being in the show, and that was the line. Like he's like, I'm ending it tonight. I'm not dealing with this no more.
You know what? After you saw Homegirl's body from the beginning, you may not want to go to sleep because whatever happened to her, it was bad.
It messed her up. Oh my god! Yeah. And it messed that dude up. He wasn't right after that, man.
Oh yeah,
slapping around, Ellis screaming at everybody. He had to get yoked up by Kincaid.
And once again, Ellis is ineffective.
Ellis is getting hurt. He got hurt. He got pushed.
Oh, y'all pray for Ellis. Okay, let's do it. Everyone out there, can y'all pray for Ellis? He's having a rough season. He's been stabbed. He's been pushed around again after not even recover. Y'all do something.
His daddy don't respect him. Ellis be like, Dad, I need to know. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, he got shoved again. I was like, okay, what's going on here?
Let's hope that he makes it down the aisle.
What am I
He go trip and fall down and die.
His head gonna roll down the aisle. That's how it's gonna happen.
Dang. Y'all wrong.
That would be iconic.
Y'all wrong. One of my favorite parts, I think, of that episode was when the ballerina's song started playing in the RV, and Boyd just had that look on his face, like, y'all hear it? Anybody else here? Like he was just bugging out. And I like the fact that everybody's, realizing and seeing everything that Boyd's seeing, because he did have a rough 2 episodes when he thought it was just him. So I'm happy that the ballerina's touching everybody else now instead of just
mass hysteria.
Yeah. Well, no, that sounds like a Jim idea. It's not hysteria. The shit is real.
Not bro. That is a Jim. None of this is real. He's like the doctor from Poltergeist 3. No, this is not real. This is just like doing her thing.
Yeah, that mug moved by itself.
Yeah,
she threw it. She did a slipper. She redirected us and she threw it. No.
I used to like that he was looking for answers, but then like when you come up with an answer, you have to break it down. Like, why would somebody kidnap all y'all and put you in this elaborate, I don't know, virtual reality simulator? Why would they do that? For what? So
what's the level of technology do we currently have that will allow this to happen?
Drugs. I don't know. Virtual reality.
The only way it would ever make sense is if they were in stasis somewhere and this was what they were all dreaming, like kind of like
The Matrix.
What's that movie with Jennifer Lopez? The demon. She had to go into the man's the cell. Yes.
Yeah.
If it was that type of setup and it was doing things, then maybe it would make sense. But why would you have a child in there? Because
that was all. Yeah. He was just he just latched on to that one too much. And I think it was just because he wanted it to be logical. He wanted it to be a reason for why everything he didn't want the dark part of everything. So but Jim done fucked up. I guess he could lose his wife to Jade now. I'm okay.
Dang.
So are we all in agreement that it's not an experiment, but it's something supernatural?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't see anybody like having that advanced of technology, like unless we're doing some like
once they stepped
Matrix
into your dreams,
shit.
like once they stepped into your dreams, I was like, it can't be some kind of experiment. But
Mm-hmm. We got a Bitey. They said Paula's leg was broken like the ballerina.
Who's Paula?
Yeah, I was trying to think, like, who's that I don't know.
Who broke a leg?
I don't know.
Was it the girl on the bed that died?
Yeah.
I didn't even know her name. See, we talked about this last week with them not developing characters enough for us to know who they are. Like, you got a house full of colony house people that I don't know who these people are other than just say colony house people.
And poor Paula got the ring treatment because whatever. I mean, her mouth was stretched wide. It was like Stranger Things season 1. That's what she was looking like.
Yeah, like it follows. You know, it was. It was terrible, terrible. You know.
So, what did y'all think about? I'm sorry.
No problem. Oh yeah, Mika said that nursery rhyme that Bacta was saying was so freaky. It comes in 3. So I saw Randall being attacked, then Mari, then Julie.
When she said, "What was it, my grandma or my mama?" I was like, "Why? Why are they singing you this creepy ass song?"
I was just like, "So you just randomly know this damn nursery rhyme that no one in America knows besides you?" I was so over it.
Nothing's random. She there for a reason.
Oh, I mean, that is also true. Maybe she's a historian.
How many people are going to watch this show and really think, "Oh, that must be something from Black culture"? Like, no, not at all.
No, we don't sing our kids to sleep like that.
Yeah, we don't talk about being killed in your sleep. Probably should have, but
might as well sing Freddy's song to them and whatnot. That's crazy.
But I was glad to see that Bacta had some screen time.
What is it? Yeah.
Keisha, say it again. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, what were you
I was gonna
saying?
say, like, what did y'all? Oh, okay, can you hear? What did y'all think about Kenneth, who went down to Kenny and Sarah? That scene right there. What did y'all think about that?
She was working his nerves because, like, don't nobody want you to talk to them about how you killed their father. Like, shut up. Yeah. She
wanted to die.
Up. She just kept on. She just wanted like forgiveness or something. It's like, no, it's too soon. It's not gonna happen. Just be quiet. Be sitting in the corner quiet.
I felt like they were gonna break out into some hate sex or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was sexual tension.
Yeah.
There was a lot of sexual tension between them. It was
wow.
Very strong.
I didn't pick up on that.
I don't know. It could just be the actors. Like maybe they got, underlying tension that's coming through.
He was like, "Put the gun away." She said no. I was like, "Oh, okay." And then it was just tension. So I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm willing to let it go. Anything for our boy Kenny. I support Kenny.
I support him just getting some just once in a while because like he's so wound tight, he needs it.
He's gonna be a whole different person. He's gonna be a whole different person.
I don't know if that's the best way to say this on air, but I just think that Sarah would be more aggressive in that situation between Kenny. Like I just feel like it's so many things I want to say, y'all, but it's gonna be really ratchet. So I'm not gonna say it. But just imagine her being more dominant. That's all I want to say.
Sarah's gonna have whips and chains.
I welcome
safe words.
Words.
But he's gonna have the time of his life, though.
He's gonna have the time of his life.
Happy.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna have the time
walking on sunshine when he sees Boyd. Hey, Boyd, back in his uniform.
No, not that. I don't want to see those high waters no more.
He's like, I'm the.
After that,
just put the badge on your regular clothes, Kenny.
You got a short set.
I mean, we've seen a transformation. We've seen that transformation of Kenny. He got out of Deputy Dewey, Barney Fife clothes. And he worked out. He got his regular clothes on. He acting a fool on Sarah. Done broke her little Christmas wreath and everything else. Slammed the chair in the office and everything. Talking shit to her. Told her, boy's gun is in the drawer and everything. And then he gonna stop her. And I was like, she wasn't playing. She wasn't.
He probably just didn't want to clean up the brains. Clean that up.
He's like, I gotta clean it all up. Boy, gonna be mad when he come back. I got time for
I mean,
so we have to keep an eye on that actor.
Like, she admit all this stuff he admitted all this stuff, and now I think he just had when he went in that room after he slung that chair, and then he's like, maybe I can get some ass from her. You know what I'm saying? I may be wrong. you know, I think I went a little bit too hard on her. You know, so I'm gonna stop her and everything. Maybe we can get something going. But yeah, that's that hate sex.
I definitely had hate sex.
They got that playground romance going after he broke that ornament.
I kill your dad. You break my things. I get it.
That still was crazy to me because that man was like, "Is this important to you?"
I would say you got to keep tabs on that actor because I always get like when I start to see an actor start to work out and get swole and get a better haircut. Like 2 to 6 months later, it's announced that he joined Marvel. So I'm watching him like, you working out?
You're right.
He's on that Marvel fitness plan. That's a real thing.
Have you seen Jonathan Majors like before pictures? He used to be a little skinny dude.
Yeah, what was that? Lovecraft Country, and then
Marvel and Creed.
Yeah.
And get you right.
Yeah, and it's a good question, Michael. Who was the light-skinned man with the fade in Colony House? Because when he popped up, I was like, who is this dude?
That's extra number 2. Y'all
I don't know. There's a pretty sister in there that has braids. She has no lines. She's always in the background. And I'm always like, looking at the whole time. I'm looking at Kenny like, why are you chasing around paramedic lady when that pretty girl is right there? And paramedic lady, you got double the competition because she's bisexual, so it's like harder.
Bisexual, engaged, like
the unnamed extras of color. You know,
me and my wife spotted her when we were like, counting the black people in the town. Like, oh, there's one.
Yeah, you can never get them down because like every episode you gotta start over.
Oh, yes.
We do that with everything.
And then I check to see if they have lines. If I don't like they do that with black people. They do that with Asian people because they've had a lot of this whole we're gonna add this silent Asian person over there too. So they've been doubling up.
I mean, we haven't got any of the head nods or none of that. I mean, there's nobody in town.
Yeah,
I guess I think they do all live at Colony House.
I get it.
Yeah, I do. I think all
black people live at Colony House.
Oh gosh, is it? If there's too many black people, they're gonna call it colonizer house. If all the white people live in town, my mom didn't even go there when you said that.
Yeah, I would die if in season 3 somebody said colonizer house.
I mean, I'm sure it's coming.
That'd be crazy.
I'm surprised you didn't come up with that because that feels like
sounds beautiful. I should.
I should shout out Jay from Hood Podcast because he broke me out of my shell for live streaming because most of my content is edited, and that's on purpose because I was afraid to live stream because my mouth is reckless. So it's been a journey. Thanks to Jay and Royama and Chris on Hood Podcast to get me talking live because I'm always afraid I'm going to say the wrong shit. I'm going to say the wrong shit. I'm going to get in trouble.
For me, I'm just like, this is somebody else's platform. So I say,
oh, okay. That's a good way to look at it.
They got to deal with it, not me. I just move on.
Well, thank you, Sylvester.
Listen, if it'll get the clicks and the likes, then say whatever you need to say.
The views and expressions made by Sylvester Barzay are not necessarily the views.
Legal disclaimer.
To be fair.
We got Kira. Thanks for stopping by, Kira. I foreshadow more development now with Bacta's character. Yeah, hopefully in season 3. Like I don't know with the finale unless they give her like some, pull something out of their ass in the last episode.
I think she's gonna die.
Really?
I'm hoping.
I would not like that at all.
No, I'm hoping more of the originals die so we can develop more of the bus characters and stuff. I also hope that nobody told old boy that's locked in his room that he can't go to sleep because he need to die. I wasn't a fan of Ellis, but shanking him like that was wrong.
Oh no, it was definitely
Redneck Don.
Yeah, matter of fact, Donna's the only one that Donna locked him up in there, and Donna's not there, so maybe he will go to sleep. Just take a nap.
I mean, what else could we do? I don't think that any major characters would leave us, unfortunately, because there's a handful.
Yeah.
And we're episode 9 out of 10. I'm sure our list has changed so many times about who we want to die and live.
Not like it's extremely major, but you know, some people like Jim or Jim's daughter, she could potentially get a career somewhere else. I don't know. She might want to move on. Let her die in her sleep. I don't know. A few people. Donna. A few people. Just like it might happen.
I'm pretty sure that Donna and Boy are gonna stay around.
Donna ain't going nowhere, man.
For sure.
Keep dreaming.
I was.
Dream on.
Yeah.
I can guarantee Donna's not going anywhere.
I sided with Randall for one episode and he went and fucked it all up. He had
you know why we sided with Randall?
I was going to sleep that night like this is gonna be good. I can't wait till next week. And then that. Ooh, so mad.
You know what? I would love it if those
Why do
three.
you like Randall?
I didn't. But you know, like the friend of my enemy is my, but whatever, how that thing goes. But he didn't get the job done, so he can go suffer whatever's happening with the locust.
he just wanted Randall to kill Donna. That's literally
literally the only reason I was supporting him for that one episode.
And what do you think would happen to him if he killed Donna?
I don't care. Like I don't care. Put him in the box.
I don't know. Be promoted. The team lead.
Team leader. He walks up in the colony house. I'm the leader now.
With her hand. I know these are the rules here. This is how this works.
You took it deep.
I just thought of a way, kind of a cheat way to find out if somebody was going to die. Like if you went into each of the actors' IMDb and see who got a project that they're working on.
What's their next project?
Yeah.
Next project, how many episodes they filmed for that season?
Oh yeah. If Julie gets a Marvel project, she can cancel this show. Yeah. She's out of here. And if Junkie Rogue actually becomes Rogue, oh yeah, it's over.
We started watching the new Black Mirror, and you know that episode. My wife was like, "That Rogue girl's on there from," and I'm sitting there.
I said the same thing, Sylvester. I said the same thing.
You know, I didn't recognize who that actress is. She's the girl from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah,
I didn't recognize her through the whole episode.
Not at all. Until they said it. Until they said it, I did not realize it. I just knew it wasn't Junkie Rogue. I was like, her face looked different. I don't think that's the same person.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I've been pushing that the cast from Schitt's Creek and the cast from should do like this little crossover.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw that on Twitter. I support it. It's all right.
Thank you. Moira Rose in Colony House would be fucking hilarious.
Be like Avengers and X-Men crossover.
That magnitude.
Even if it is just for like a dream sequence and then the ballerina shows up. Like I'm fine with that.
As long as more people die. Like we just need more people to be, killed.
That's what my brother-in-law has been saying. He's just like, I fucks with the show, but more people need to die. I was like, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. We need more deaths. They had a whole
bus pull up.
Yeah, they had a whole bus of people that they could have been off and left and right. Instead of it just being 3 people having creepy ass dreams, it could have been like just like Victor. Woke up and all these people dead.
I would have loved it.
Speaking of Victor, can we talk about Victor? And
he talked about his sister.
Yeah,
we learned that he had a sister.
Finding out he had a sister, like that's just.
I wish I cared. I don't care that she have a sister because she's not here.
And you know what? That's why Jay doesn't get any answers from him, because he's disrespectful, just like you. All right.
And that's absolutely fine.
But what if his sister's the key? You know,
she is.
So what? She's at the lighthouse with all the other kids.
Probably.
I find that interesting that Victor does have a sister, even though she's not here, like Tamon says. And what do we care about? But I find that very interesting, and we've seen a different Victor whenever what's her name? Tabitha was talking to him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Now
he misses
I understand.
his mom.
Yeah, I understand, he misses his mom, he misses his sister. And I was like, oh, okay, that's the reason why he don't talk to nobody or open up, is because of the painful memories of losing both of them.
What if one of the creepy kids that Tabitha keeps seeing is his sister?
I mean, I feel like his sister's there somewhere. And I feel like the light tower is where Boyd was. That's what I kind of feel like.
Yeah, it seemed like he was in a tower when he went up and saw the man chained to the wall.
But that place disappeared. But you remember in the finale of season 1, there was a light flashing back and forth.
That's what. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. His sister's somewhere. I definitely feel like it brought more to his story. But I just need them to pull the trigger on telling us what happened. Did the town kill him? Did the monsters kill him? Or did old boy go crazy and just murk everybody? I need to know. So
I blame Colony.
I do too.
You mean Colony House?
Yeah, Colony House.
Colony House. The colony that this is based on. I blame it all.
By a group of spiders is called a colony.
Oh, look at you with the knowledge.
Oh, nice.
Shout out, Bitey. Shout out. I wonder how that connects to
little
the spiders
up in that house. Can't trust them. That's right.
Maybe that explains like all the spider webs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
From when Boyd was in the woods.
Jim.
Spiders for sure.
Yeah, Mika, I think everybody okay with Jim dying.
Yeah, I'm with Jim dying.
I think Jim's kids is okay with it.
And
are you attacking his parenting?
Huh?
He's
not parenting.
He's not.
I don't even think his kids even asked where he's at. The little boy walking around with a stick. He ain't asked for his daddy once. He asked for Victor more than he asked for his daddy.
4 episodes. I don't think he's seen his kids in about 4 episodes. Like,
how could he? He's been under a house, then he's been in the bathroom, in the hospital. Now he's out in the woods. He don't care.
He really does not care, and we're gonna have like a shit talk about Jim. When they came into town, they was on the verge of divorce and stuff on this little family vacation. Then all this stuff happened. Then, Tabitha was digging. She got, went down in the tunnels, and it was Victor that was there to help her. Then he's like, oh shit, my wife's down there. And then he goes to digging. He get his ass stuck down there. He almost about to die. Julie just like, oh my God, my dad and everything. And I don't see Julie really like that pressed about her father. Only time is that when he told her, like, don't tell nobody. I'm going out the woods random. Like, okay. All right, be careful. So she realized, like, man, my dad don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? My dad don't give a fuck.
No, you remember when
we
Jim
don't care. Tabitha doesn't care. And you remember that tone that he used with her. And I was like, this and stuff. And, brought me back some PTSD. I'm like, bitch, don't be yelling like that. What's wrong with you? So yeah, I keep saying it. Them kids and Tabitha won't miss his ass, and I don't want him dead.
Yeah,
and I think Julie's probably gonna end up getting more information out of Elgin, because I think Elgin is supposed to be a teenager. They don't explicitly say it, and he doesn't look it. But I think he's supposed to be a teenager.
I wasn't sure about his age, the way he was.
Yeah, like looking at him, you wouldn't think he's a teenager, but I think he's supposed to be in this TV show. He's supposed to be a teenager.
He went after Julie, then he went after Sarah, and I was like, "Is Sarah a teenager?" I think
she's trying to smash something.
He's his daddy's son. He's Ellis and Fatima's son.
No,
he's his daddy's son
from the future.
Yeah.
From the future. Just like Cable, I'm like,
when it's revealed.
X-Men.
Okay, that's exactly what he is. Well, I'm glad he finally remembered his vision and the nursery rhyme that he was supposed to have. That was nice, Elgin. You came in and did something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
a little bit too late.
Interesting, Bitey. I think Donna's photo with her sister has a ripped corner because it had the date. Donna has been there a long time.
Just hiding underground. I believe that.
Wow.
Always you. Always Kira. Didn't the talisman fall on the floor when Jim was trying to leave Colony House? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't notice that.
It was, but then I also think they have cans by the door too. So I think that's.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Because I was like, oh my god, the talisman, they're all gonna die. But I was like, nobody's feeling this reaction, so I feel like it wasn't. So.
But didn't somebody say, I forget who it was, but they were like, y'all gonna die tonight or some shit, you know?
Oh yeah, that's the dude that lost his girlfriend. He been freaking out.
Yeah, whatever her name was again.
Paula.
Paula.
Remember Paula.
Paula's baby daddy. He been freaking out. Mm-hmm. He been buzzing out.
Do you guys remember Telly playing cards by herself? Or playing like solitaire?
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Who's Telly?
I think that's
Telly's the one with the
cancer patient
dancing in the rain.
Yeah,
oh, her.
Yeah.
I didn't like her at first when she was dancing in the rain, but I like her now. She's cool.
She feels a little weird. Like when she knew Fatima was pregnant, I was like,
how you
know?
That could happen because I remember who was it I was watching. There was a YouTuber that's also like a little bit older, and I remember she was the first one to call it when I don't remember whether it was Cardi B or somebody else was pregnant. And she was like, I know pregnant when I see pregnant. And it was before she was even showing. But it was just an older woman. It was an older black woman. She was like, I know pregnant when I see it. And that was like, I guess some women can just tell.
Yeah, Telly's not an older black woman. And so I don't know if she's
an older woman. She's still an older woman.
But you know, they always put that in.
We can tell. We can tell. I don't have to. We can tell. It's just you just sense that, you know, when you're a mom, you can just know when somebody's pregnant. You just know how the way they act, and you're like, oh, your ass is pregnant. They're like, oh, how do you know? You just know. And I'm not an older black woman.
Yeah, you've seen Evil Dead Rise when she sniffed her and she was like 2 souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and she could just be paying attention, because I'm pretty sure she ain't acting the same. She ain't drinking, she ain't smoking. She probably just calmed down up in Colony House. So she's probably just like, you pregnant.
I don't trust her.
You don't trust her?
Oh, you?
Wow. While Randall is trash, he does potentially he could be right about someone has to be in on it. Like,
yeah, well, you could take that bit of information from him and still put him in a box. Because he's unpredictable. Junkie Rogue, the unpredictable people got to go because they put everybody in danger.
Yes.
Victor, Junkie Rogue.
I'm not supporting Randall, but I'm supporting anybody that you try and put in the box, because if Sarah ain't in the box, I don't think anybody should be going in the box.
Well, she might as well.
Sarah, a whole ass serial killer, so she needs to be in the box.
I mean, Kenny might get that box of Sarah, but I don't know if he's gonna do it.
The way she said it.
I was trying not to smile when saying
that. Never mind. I have nothing to say.
I mean, Kenny moved on from the throuple idea to just Sarah. I feel like he's gonna end up with Sarah.
He needs something. He looks like a stick in the woods.
He do.
I mean, him, Kenny, Sarah, and Randall could probably go off and start their own faction in town somewhere.
I don't even think Kenny like Randall like that to do that.
No.
I don't think Kenny like Randall at all. Yeah, Randall.
No.
Kill Kenny.
Don't you know Kenny is Boyd's adoptive son?
Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Yeah, that definitely is Boyd's son. I mean, and plus Ellis is like he teetering to dying, so we might
it's those characters who outlive everyone. He's so close to death, but he
getting shanked and what? That's true. Well, no, that's not true.
But this is every season. Didn't he have a broken ankle last season? Like he's at this point, I'm gonna call him Mr. Glass because every time you turn around.
Now what? Damn, that's cold.
Next episode, he's gonna have a broken arm.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have a broken arm next episode.
He's just a sensitive soul.
When he got pushed, he looked so shocked and mad. Like this boy's supposed to know you got stabbed. He lived down in town. He don't know that.
I'm trying to figure out how did Boyd raise a child that's this soft? Because the first episode, the way Boyd smacked Buddy that left the window unnailed, like how is that your daddy? And you this soft.
And his mama, because his mama looked
like his mother was military.
He's military. That's right. He's an army brat, I think.
Yeah,
because Ellis needs nurturing. He's an artist. He's very sensitive. So they're going to raise their son a little differently, though they are military parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're going to let him.
They started that gentle parenting.
And that's what happened. But
I agree with
that. But I'm serious though. Ellis should have known how to shoot or stab
or
anything like that. Because that don't make no damn sense right there.
No, but you give Ellis a paintbrush, it's on and popping.
True.
That does remind me, like when they were in the woods with that girl who was like pierced to the tree, Ellis and Kennedy, and they all just looked like they didn't know what the hell they were doing until Boyd was like, we just gonna kill her.
So, you just want to be a father and be married.
Who, Ellis? He gonna be like a Disney father. He gonna be dead and gone. That's what
he's a house husband.
I like how you said it, a Disney parent, because Disney love to kill off a parent.
That's He's gonna be telling the kid about your father was a great artist.
So why did Victor's mom have Jim's bracelet?
Yes.
Wait.
What?
I did not notice that.
Jim's
I
bracelet?
didn't notice that either. Because Jim ain't shit. Victor's mom and stuff. He went through that damn.
You might need to be on here.
She's dead. Where is she? Oh, the flashback.
Yeah. Probably in the flashback.
Yeah.
But I didn't notice her having a bracelet. I didn't look in her hands. I just saw her telling Victor and his sister. Well, at first, you only see it from Victor's point of view, so you don't even see his sister. You just see his mother telling him to stay there and hide.
Well, at least he listened, unlike his sister.
A hard head makes a soft ass.
No.
Stephanie says, I think Victor's family got out and have been trying to get back to him.
Oh, that'd be sad.
That would be very sad.
Yeah, that'd be sad as hell.
Well, speaking of that, the lighthouse. This is like the 5th time the lighthouse has been mentioned. We've seen drawings of it. And right now it seems like the lighthouse is the answer. I feel like we're going to visit the lighthouse the final episode. We better.
That would be good.
Yeah. I mean, the lighthouse, I think it's very important. I just don't know, how yet. But I think it's got to be something to that. It's got to be something.
Guiding light, right?
Yeah.
Like seeing through the hourglass.
Kira says, what do you guys predict is coming? Perhaps through Randall, Mari, and Julie.
I think Sylvester said it right. I think they're going to turn into those creatures. And to do that to Julie, like the other two, sure, that's fine. But to do that to Julie, that's a huge decision to make for the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that because they got like that, they're all the disciples they've been chosen. Is because Junkie Rogue, she's going through a lot of things, and when she went crazy in the room on Christy, she's like, "You brought this on. This is your fault." And and if you've been around people that are detoxing or have been on been substance abusers, that's exactly how they sound. And it's painful to hear and listen to them and watch what they're going through because those withdrawals are really bad. And me and my cousin, we had a little discussion yesterday, and she brought this theory up is that everybody in the town is dealing something psychological. Maybe it's like a scared straight program for them because of something what they've done or what they're carrying, and so they come here and it's like a scared straight program. So that was her theory about the show. But I feel that those three, they're kind of, well, Julie is not a throwaway character, but you know, Junkie Rogue and Randall is. I mean, they've had some type of impact, but I feel that they are chosen because of there's something about them that they were chosen. You know, maybe they have some really inner demons about themselves, but I don't know about Julie and everything. So Julie might be feeling some type of way.
So there's a whole like Reddit theory about it because I guess Victor's mom was wearing the bracelet that Tabitha found in the back kitchen, which was originally the bracelet she made for Jim for when Julie was born, and Jim lost it at the hospital. So the theory is kind of wild. The theory is that Julie might actually be Victor's mother. So that's their theory.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's some of the facts based in on it is when Victor took Julie and told her to go into the tree, it would take her somewhere safe. It took her to the cellar, the same cellar that the mom hid Victor and them in. They're saying that Victor's mom wears that bracelet because it reminds her of her parents. And so, yeah, time might not be a joke.
Wow.
Well, No, I don't buy it because Victor don't know about the internet, but Julie does. No, Reddit. All right, let's go.
And what type of like time vortex is it? Because he grew up in what looks to be the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, so
well, really, the picture looked like the 50s, but he's not old enough to be.
The bracelet might be something, but I don't think it's that. The bracelet is definitely might be something, but I don't think it's that.
What do y'all think about the architecture of Colony House? Because it looks like it's from like the 1890s, like early like 20th century, you know, late 19th century. What do y'all think about that architecture of that house, and why is it there? Why is like the really oldest house and it hasn't broke down, but the rest of the shit in town is fucked up?
I hadn't thought about it, but I think it's because where I'm from in Connecticut, we have houses that look like that were built in the 1890s. People still living in them. And they just paint them, renovate them. So it didn't even occur to me. But it is that is a good thought like because the house that Jim and them were in collapsed.
Yeah.
And the diner looks like it's circa the 50s, maybe. I think 50s.
Yeah, it does like really mom and pop diner. But you know, that's a really good point because the architecture of any place is very telling of the times, right? And the origination of that town. Yes. And so if we go backwards, I mean, we don't know how long this place has been here. Are they the first group of people to be here? Based off the cars, Victor said there were more cars before them. So we don't know how long this place has been in existence or what's really fucking excuse me.
But like what's really going on. That's why I really just want someone to just talk to Victor or for Victor to open up because we haven't established if Victor got there or if he was there. Like we haven't established if this was his town and it just became this or if he got trapped there like everybody else. Like
I thought he said so.
He said that
he grew up there and then just one day he just said the bad thing happened one day, but he didn't describe specifically what it was that happened.
Okay.
That changed the town.
I must have missed that. So yeah, because everything that like the monsters, the homes, everything seems like Victor's time period. And like, but now because of this Reddit thing, I'm stuck on this theory that somebody there is related to Victor. Like maybe his sister got out and she grew up and she forgot everything like he did.
I still think his sister's one of them creepy kids that Tabitha keeps seeing.
The Aguis, the Agui tribe.
I didn't know what y'all were saying, and then I rewatched it. I was like, I don't know what I thought they were saying. I don't know what I thought those kids were saying the first time around.
That's a good point. Bitey said that the house looks about 1875 or so because it has an indoor bathroom, but the church looks 1700s.
Yeah.
And Colony House, it says 1800, and town 1900. But yeah, the church does look super, super old. Mm-hmm. So it's like multiple time periods are happening at the same time in this town, or it's that old that they just keep adding stuff. Like maybe the church is the oldest building there, and then Colony House is the second oldest, and then the diner is newer, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the church being from the 1700s is very creepy to me, because it's like, what time period are we in, or is whatever world that we're in, are we pulling in different things from different time periods besides the people? You know?
Like that's what I've still, like, since the show started, I've been kind of stuck on the idea that they're not all from the same time period. I feel like they've all been pulled from different times. So
did anyone have a smartphone?
Not I don't know.
I don't recall anyone having a smartphone, and they never asked each other what, year it is. They're probably just all assuming that they all are
the same year.
Yeah.
Because, so we know Randall's from a recent-ish time.
Yeah, because he has the drone.
We know the kids came from a time where there was internet because they made fun of Victor. But
Jade owned the tech company, so that's
Jade, So, I just don't believe that they were all from. I definitely have the theory that everyone on the bus thought they were going to different places. I don't think they were all had the same destination. So, but so many questions.
Where are they from, technically?
Yeah, it took me all the first season to figure out that's what the title meant. It's like, why is this called From?
I just found that out just now. I had no idea.
I think the title is just explanatory.
So, Bitey says Tilly called Christy Quincy before the autopsy. It's an old show about a doctor that performs autopsies.
Don't trust her ass.
I want to say Quincy's from the 70s, maybe, because it used to be on syndication in the 80s. So I'm guessing it's from the 70s. But you never know, because growing up in the 80s, we were watching stuff from the 60s, like Gilligan's Island. You turn on TV, half the stuff that's on it was from the 60s and the 50s. Beverly Hillbillies. They raised us on some old stuff.
Jack Copeland played Quincy.
Yeah, I gotta check out that show. Actually,
oh yeah,
never seen it.
When they stopped at the RV and they were just staring at them, I thought it was because Boyd got that vial or whatever, but then the music started playing, so I thought maybe they just know something.
But did it work? I don't think it worked, right? The bullets didn't work.
No, I didn't see nobody drop. Not a soul. I feel like when you fired a bullet, it probably heated up so much it just burnt off whatever. Because all he was doing was dipping the bullets in it. What he needs to do is get it into the tips or something. I guess he gotta use arrows. Arrows might be the best way. I don't know who could shoot them. No idea.
Ain't nobody no archer up in there, because I'm like, arrows.
First of all, you don't know. Julie might have archery at her school. She ain't going to my public school. She probably does have archery.
She probably did have archery at her school. And I'm sure Ellis probably could do that. That's probably the thing he knows how to do. Because he's
the one useless ass thing.
Ellis gonna shoot himself in the arrow with the arrow as it is anyway, so he just accident prone. So it's not gonna work.
Every time. Bitey says, did you notice Donna saw the monster standing outside and said nothing?
If you're talking about the part when Randall wanted to go outside, I don't blame her.
Yeah, I mean, she did that for a reason.
She said, give him the gun and go outside. I was, my wife was like, hold up. Yeah, I don't know about giving him the gun. I was like,
He's too loose of a cannon. You can't.
Yeah, because he might just turn it on y'all. Thinking he ended the experiment.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
I really wanted Randall to go out there and get and just because he thinks it's a joke and they're playing. I really wanted. I don't know why Boyd was sitting there trying to save us. I'm like, Boyd, shut up, knock shit out of him. Yeah. Put his ass out there in the yard with the monsters. Please do that, sir.
He got the patience of Job. Because
I will admit, like, if we're at this point and you still don't believe it, like, I'm not wasting a talisman on you. You just gonna
exactly. Like, he was just dead weight, and he's been hell ever since he arrived on the bus, and he still thinks it's a joke. He thinks it's people playing and stuff. And I'm just like, boy, put all this damn Boy Scout shit. Send his ass out there, please. The end.
Boyd want to help everybody, and people don't need, like, he's trying to save Sarah. She ain't helped with a damn thing yet. So, she might be the key. She has not helped with anything. None of her information.
And this is all based off of your dead priest friend telling you that. He didn't know. He don't know what's going on.
Speaking of the dead in this town, Sarah made a comment about the fears of the dead are being manifested in the forest.
Yeah.
Her brother had a fear of cicadas, so now the forest is producing these different.
So she did give us something of use. I missed it.
That was just a guess. We don't even know if she's right.
And that's another thing, because I'm like, if I was there, everybody would be fucked because I have a fear of tornadoes. So it'd just be a wrap.
The tornado might bring in that hot balloon that you've been wanting.
Yeah.
It might finally happen if you get a tornado.
Billy will be outside in the tornado too. So
like, I liked what Sarah said about that, but then I was like, too many people have died, and we only have like one or two evil things. Like, like, I don't know. I do feel like that whole town dying is what gave us those monsters that are coming at night. But like, what was the bartender's fare? Is it only people that we care about? Do they have to die a certain way? Like,
that's what I want to know. But remember, her brother wasn't killed by the city. She killed him. So
she killed him. But I'm saying, like, Boyd's wife killed a few people. Where their nightmares at?
That's true. That's very true.
So, I mean, that's the only reason I didn't latch on to that one too deeply. But it could be. I would love it.
Well, shout out to her. She did really good this episode. Her performance, her line delivery, her scenes with Kenny were really good as an actress. So shout out to you for that. And you know what? You played Russian roulette. Good job.
And shout out to Kenny. Yeah. Because it was two people in that scene. I don't see why you just putting her up. What about Kenny?
Yeah, he did. He did do his dramatic acting thing.
He was great.
Yeah, he's auditioning. He said you could put me in something larger.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel shows. Mika said something was coming from the bottom of the RV trying to get in.
Yes.
It's a big ass version of that ballerina. That's what I assumed it was going to be.
I was just like, I don't know. I was kind of confused because I felt like the RV was safe in the beginning of the first season, right? So how would it be not safe? Did I miss something? Because
everything changed. Because remember, Victor said that the town didn't have seasons, and now all of a sudden the leaves are falling off the trees, it's getting colder, and he always kept on saying to notice if the trees ever change, and he used to measure the trees because they would be moving. So Victor knows that certain things in the town change over time, or even with Fatima getting pregnant when she previously couldn't. Something has completely changed, and these people been
on.
And people been here for a while, and now this dream situation is a whole nother thing they didn't have to deal with before. So something's changed.
So
a lot of things.
Do you think, like, with the changes, the talismans may be like null and void for like this last episode?
I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't. If they became, useless.
The first time the talismans worked in the RV, and they still work. They're keeping out those vampire things, but whatever's below them don't care about no talisman. Like, I don't think that ballerinas or like basically like with their dreams, they're in talisman houses, but they're still dying. So whatever is getting them now doesn't care about talisman.
What if it's the spiders?
Yeah, it could be the giant spider from the woods.
That would have been freaky as fuck.
And then afterwards, when they was leaving, Boyd seen his dead wife.
Yeah. That was
I was like, well, welcome back, lady. Good to see you.
I'm happy you still got a paycheck. Thank you for coming back.
Now she wouldn't have hesitated to put a bullet in Randall's head.
She would not have.
The whole bus would have been dead. He's like, I'm gonna send y'all all back. Don't worry about it.
You don't have to for me, lady. I'm getting out this RV. What we talking about? You got something to tell me how to get through this? What's going on? Are you really? I know it's not you. I'm out of here. So, boy, you stayed a little bit too long.
Yeah, because I was just sitting there. I was like, boy, just leave. Just a dead ass wife. Just go. Just go. Shit, go. She ain't got shit to tell you. Just go.
The town knows that. The town knows that's his trigger. Like every time the town wants to get to Boyd, they'll be like, "Hey, remember your wife?" Just bring up her name all randomly. Yeah. Every time the town wants to get to Boyd, they do that. So
I'm surprised she's not the damn ballerina.
I know, right? That wouldn't be me right there. If I was in that situation and somebody that, you know, if I see somebody that passed away and they like, hey, and I'm like, what are you doing here? I'm gonna go. You know, I'll see you.
I'd be like, you're a ghost. You can float alongside. So tell me what you had to tell me while we walking.
I'm like, you're right, too. Come on now.
Yes,
I got stuff to go. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, we red alert right now. You have to tell me in my sleep or something because I got to get out of here.
I normally don't like them keeping secrets, but I do like the fact that Boyd hasn't brought up all the times they've brought his wife into it to Ellis, because I'm pretty sure that would have set him off. His ass would have been in the woods looking for his mom.
But Ellis got to chill because he acts like he has never once said, even to Kenny, oh, I'm sorry about what happened to your father. Knowing that you constantly bring up how you this way because you lost your mother, but you can't connect that to Kenny losing his father. You're the onlyest person.
He was one time he was like kind of like arguing or bringing up his mother to Fatima, and I was just like, I felt like she lost somebody, but we don't really talk about that. Yeah. And
she's there alone. What about all the people that are stuck in this town without their family? You got stuck here with your family. At least you have your father. Someone like Fatima, she don't have anyone from her family there.
Yeah.
Ellis don't give two shits about Candy. You tried to take my daddy.
Yeah, I guess it is that. It's that whole kind of like sibling rivalry. Like my dad kind of
exactly what it is.
So they'd be like, Kenny's having a fuck Kenny. Like, oh, okay. That's how Ellis feels. Like,
right. You know, Kenny's daddy died. Fuck his daddy and fuck Kenny too. That's what
Kenny's got the same attitude when it comes to Ellis too, because you see when Kenny be asking Ellis for help, it's more like, get your ass over here or pull yourself together. Like, why are you talking to me like that?
Because that's the way Boyd talks to him. Deep down inside, Ellis hates Kenny because he's like, Dad likes you better than me.
Yeah, they got a sibling rivalry going on. Ain't even related.
I like that. They do have a sibling rivalry. Yeah.
I mean, it would be raw if it was like Ellis versus Kenny in one episode where they just, going after each other, Rambo style. It's raining. Tools coming out the shed.
That gotta be next season because Ellis is like he ain't ready right now. He still gotta heal. That gotta be next season unless Kenny don't give a fuck.
Well, Kenny on go. Kenny's like, you like this? This important to you?
Stick his finger in his stab wound and everything.
Yep.
Kenny on site is ready for anybody. Honestly, I still think Ellis will win. I want to know in the comments who y'all think will win. Kenny versus Ellis.
Ellis is constantly getting injured. How is he going to win when he over a rock and hurt himself?
Kenny's gonna burn down his little art studio.
I gotta go with Kenneth.
House.
See, that's where you fucked up. You burn down the art supplies, it's over.
He might get a little
his paintings all cut up.
Who messed with my colors?
Hey,
Who messed with my colors?
Meet me in town at 12 or high noon.
Kenny breaking his easel. Boom.
See, y'all got me hyped, and that's not going to happen. Y'all got me hyped for something that's not going to happen.
I'm still riding with Ellis.
You still riding with Ellis?
Oh, yeah.
Mika says Boyd has to make a choice like the good son.
No.
Ellis dropping off the cliff. Ellis or Kenny.
Not like the good son.
Well, he had that night when Ellis was stabbed, and he didn't want to infect Ellis, and he didn't want to infect Kenny either. Yeah, so he did kind of have that tug of war.
And he took the other way out.
Please, y'all. Please, Kenny. All I want to do is start crying, and then Kenny will be like, you know what?
Kenneth. It's Kenneth now.
Okay, Kenneth.
No, I want to know. I can't remember what his real name is. His father called him by his Chinese name. I can't remember what it was, but it was. I thought that topic was going to come back up because, like, why would they have that whole scene where his father's talking to him and calls him by his Chinese name? And I thought that would come back up where he would like start wanting other people to refer to him by his real name, but it never came back up.
Let's be real. I kind of think Boyd would pick Kenny too. Like, so
yeah.
He probably kind of whispering, Kenny, just go for his ribs.
I don't think so. Boyd is about to be a grandfather.
You know what's funny? When the show first started, I thought Donna was Ellis's mother. He had more of a tie to her than he had a tie to Boyd.
You don't fuck with him either. Listen, I enjoyed
how if it was a showdown, it'd be Boyd in Kenny's corner and Donna in Ellis's corner.
Ooh, that's a good shot. That's a good fight.
Telling Ellis, you ain't gotta play fair.
Just keep Donna out of the drama.
Get your paintbrush, Ellis. It's on and popping.
Y'all got me excited for an episode we ain't never gonna get.
Kier says, when Ellis shared his fear was something evil bursting out of Fatima. That's his fear. So I'm not sure if that's foreshadowing of his demise and his fear coming to fruition.
Well, they're borrowing stuff from other horror movies. They started off with a Stephen King feel, then they added in Nightmare on Elm Street. Every time the ballerina shows up, her music sounds like Hellraiser. You might as well put a little alien in it and just make it chest burst out.
I mean, that was kind of Fatima's fear too. She thought she was going to give birth to something evil and whatnot, and like, so that's kind of like Rosemary's Baby. So you're right, they borrowing from everywhere.
And what's important to remember about Rosemary's Baby? There's people around you that you can never trust. And Tilly, I'm telling you, Tilly is the one you cannot trust. She's a witch. She's something.
She's definitely flying under the radar. And she was when you think about it, her dancing in the rain, it's like she's the only person that was happy to be in that town. Like she seems really, really happy to be there.
Like when she was dancing in the rain, that just reminded me of all my experiences on a Greyhound bus. So that's why I didn't like that. I saw her dancing. I was like, that's typical Greyhound bus behavior. That's what that is.
What, she need to take a shower? We're like, what was it?
Just the weirdness. Like you know.
And if you've ever taken Greyhound, the terminals smell awful. Like, oh my god!
And they always in the shadiest places. It's like,
yes, and that's true.
Oh my god!
Remember, these things started once the antenna failed. The digging occurred and the monster was killed. It's like something is realizing they're getting too close and upping the ante.
Good point.
I mean, that's what Jim's stuck on. I do like the fact that, like, if you look at the little kids' terminology, everyone's on separate quests. Everyone has separate quests, thinking his mom's on one, Boyd's on one, his dad's on one. So yeah, everyone's triggered by something and trying to figure out a way out.
Yes.
And why did the child stop seeing the little boy in white? He kept on seeing the little boy in white, and then that kind of just went away.
Budget cuts.
Yeah.
they still talk about him, like, but nobody sees him no more.
Mm-hmm.
He probably got ate up by whatever this world is. Like, you doing too much. Come here.
Bitey says something's up with Fatima. Everyone looks like crap. Fatima always looks fresh from the salon.
Them curls.
Yes, I brought that up before. Homegirl has a ever replenishing amount of leave-in conditioner and henna treatments, and I don't know what else.
She really
that's juice and berries.
Like someone that just enjoyed being there. Like she just kind of like, yeah, it sucks, but we're here. And I was just like,
that's juice and berries. You know what that
juice
is?
And berries.
All natural.
Berries.
Juice and berries.
So what did y'all think about Boyd's reaction to finding out, about the pregnancy?
About the same as his reaction with everything that happens in his son's life. He don't care.
I thought it was appropriate because
really,
he looked like, you didn't tell me. All right, now move on. What's with the
But to be fair, that's appropriate. This is not what we're here to talk about. Oh, you're pregnant? Okay, we will circle back to that. However, let's get back to what we're talking about.
I think in his head, he's like, y'all are grown. But like everyone does need to think about it, because she's telling you that I'm physically unable to have a kid. And now we're having a kid and we're in this demonic hell where people are dying in their sleep. So like, I understand Donna was like, this is like a miracle, but I don't know. It's the opposite. It might be.
Well, I mean, miracles in Frumland. They're calling it Frumland, so.
Frumly, yeah.
We're part of the Frumly.
I need a Frumly shirt.
Yeah.
MGM Plus,
Right.
1 second. My next episode we'll have them for sale.
It's your Frumly shirt. Only at mgmplus.com.
Yes. Biggest says, what do you all think of Sarah saying that your worst fears are now happening when you die?
It was nice. It honestly, it felt like what they do on this show quite a bit, where they just say random things that mean absolutely nothing, but they do it to intrigue us for that very moment.
Yeah.
But season 18 will come back when like she's actually right.
Yeah.
you
I
know?
mean, as far as like, there's nothing that we can do, because once you die, your fear is gonna come after us. I guess it's gonna, like, if we start learning other people's fears, then I guess I would care more about it. Like, what's your deep, dark fear? We need to keep you over here so you don't have giant babies or something coming after us. I don't know. But
they don't talk to each other.
Nobody talks to each other.
No, nobody talks to each other except for Jade and Tabitha. And sometimes Victor, when they try to get some information out of him.
When they catch him walking down the street with his lunchbox.
He has a gun in his lunchbox, by the way. Victor's lunchbox has a gun in it.
Listen, I love how upset he gets when they interrupt whatever he's not doing for the day. Like, he's like, what?
Jade is like his schoolyard bully. Like Jade,
yes, he is.
And he pops up like, motherfucker. I said,
he does. So, Victor could just be walking by, and Jade would just be like.
I think he would actually do that too.
I was trying to talk to your ass yesterday. He's like, just walks off.
I played your little violin, bitch. Now tell me something.
I felt him on that too, because he's like, I played your fucking song. He's like, the song about the stars. It's like, twinkle, twinkle,
twinkle, twinkle. Yeah,
he's like, he's playing it. He's like, all right, now it's time to go. Jay's like, no, it's not time to go.
Oh no, he's fed up. He's definitely. I think a lot of them are fed up, but definitely Jade is like, he's had it up to here. He's like, enough with the riddles.
When they told him about him having a sister, Jay gave no fucks. James was like,
I tell you, like, is she here? Is she gonna get us out of here? Are you kidding me?
I don't fucking care. Like, damn.
But then didn't Tabitha find something in one of Victor's sister's drawings?
Yeah, he's like,
I can't remember what it was, but she found something.
The lighthouse picture.
Yeah, the lighthouse, and Jade saw the Civil War people that she drew.
Yeah,
so, it might be another thing. Like maybe it's her pictures that are bringing about these nightmarish things. Like we don't know exactly what she is. She might have become part of the town. she might be the town. I don't know. I'm just surprised he had a sister and blocked that shit all the way out. Like,
it felt so contrived. I was like, okay, is she coming back? Because she ran her ass out.
Maybe season 3. You know, she's coming in the balloon. She's coming in the hot air balloon.
Y'all, it's Tilly. Tilly is his sister, and she's behind all of it.
You know what? It could be. It could be. I could see Tilly being his sister. She got out, lived her life.
They came back.
Well, they looked like. Did the sister look like she was a little younger than him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tilly's older than him.
Yeah, but like in my head, I don't know how time works outside of this town.
This is true.
Yeah. So that's why I would wonder. But I can see why he blocked his sister out and not his mom, because he definitely feels like that was his fault. Because I mean,
why
she ran the hell off. Like
he didn't make her run. She took her ass outside.
That don't matter. You know what my siblings would do if I tried to do that? Yoke me up by my damn neck and throw me in that little closet. That's what would happen.
That is very true. Mom would do the same.
Yeah. So he probably feels like, damn, I should have tripped her. Like,
what was her name again?
I don't remember.
Oh my God. Pamela Voorhees? What?
Her name's Pamela.
Somebody gonna come through in the comments with the name.
Somebody tell her what her name. Orticia?
Feel better.
Got Vidi says the monster told Fatima that she would feel better if she came outside. They tell others, "Let me in."
That's true.
Damn.
Maybe
I wonder what
because
that's about.
She got a little monster growing inside of her.
2 souls.
They want her to come outside. They'll raise the baby. Like, they'll eat her once she gives birth, but you know, they'll take care of her till then.
I mean, what is she supposed to eat while she's pregnant, right? Because she have, like, when she's gonna feed a little demon baby, does she need like some serum, like Phoebe had with the source?
They'll probably just feed her. Oh, you mean if the monsters took care of her, they'd feed her to people? That's like, eat this.
Ellis. Ellis.
This is Ellis's wrist. Take a bite.
It's like their emotions affect the town. Interesting.
I don't know, because everyone's emotions probably pretty shitty all the time.
Yeah.
I felt like there was a point where the town was kind of happy and stuff. It was definitely before Jim came. So everybody was, they weren't like, oh my God, we're in this town, but they were cordial. Everybody seemed okay until Jim came.
Especially at Colony House.
Oh yeah.
Colony House was having a party. Now now it looks like a funeral every time you see people at Colony House. Everybody's sad.
Colony House have weekly orgies. Now it's down to none. And then in the town, they used to say good morning to people. They don't even do that shit anymore. People just go to their house, go get pancakes, go back to their damn house.
We haven't seen the motel. We've seen the pool.
There's a motel?
Yeah. There's a motel sign by the empty pool. So I was just like, oh, maybe that's where everybody lives.
That's extra rooms then. Season 3.
Too many talismans. That's too many talismans.
True.
Too many.
Thank you, Vidi.
Victor's sister name's Eloise. There we go. Eloise. Coming through.
She has to be like 70 then.
Shit, baby, she hop off the bus. She look about 25, you know. But she got on, you know, old clothes.
Eloise is Junkie Rogue.
Junkie Rogue.
Like I feel like we need Junkie Rogue shirts as well. You know?
Honestly, that's the shirts we need, honestly. We need that actress in a rogue costume with a From background.
Y'all too much.
I'm taking notes.
You're giving people cosplay ideas. You're gonna see somebody at Comic-Con next year. She's gonna be a combination of Rogue and that character from From.
Oh man. Eloise. Like, I'm definitely 100% like stuck on Victor, and I've stayed stuck on Victor ever since I knew he was in the town the longest. So I just want to know more about him. I want to know more about Eloise. Like, and now I just have a thought that someone in the town is Eloise, and He just doesn't know it.
Mm.
And if it's fucking Donna, I'm gonna be mad as shit.
Yo, the way your voice register changed.
You have a lot of resentment and hate towards Donna, and
Why do you hate Donna?
Well, he's got a lot of resentment and hate towards a lot of people too. You hate Victor. You hate
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Go ahead. Yeah, for sure.
But
if it's about Jade, I don't really give a shit. So
my thing with Donna is like, I understand that she's kind of like the boss. I just don't understand why. Like, because Boyd, I understand why Boyd's the boss. He kind of has the background. He found the talismans. He's made himself the sheriff. Donna just kind of lives up in the big house. So why? Like, I just don't see what she.
Because she has big mama energy. Like, Fatima can't run those people. They're not going to take her serious. Ellis, they're not going to take him serious. Nobody's going to listen to Victor. Stabby McStabberson, I don't think nobody was listening to him, even though he's an older gentleman. Like, she just process of elimination. She was just the most.
It was just like when we got those flashbacks, we saw that she was hiding in the ground like everybody else. Like, I just feel like the town all came together and they put their resources together. They weren't functioning right until Boyd showed up. So for me, in my head, for it to have a divide where it's like, oh, you choose to live in Colony House or you choose to live in the town, I feel like that's disrespectful to Boyd. And you don't do that to Mercutio. I don't like that. And that's
okay. That is actually fair. Fair enough.
He really should have got an Oscar for that.
He really did.
Don't bring that up. We know what that was on. We know what that was. Like, I love Jamie Lee Curtis, but we know what that was on too. But anyway.
Well, she should have been had an Oscar from What's Love Got to Do with It. Like, that's way overdue.
Thank you, Anna Paquin, in the piano.
And keep in mind, they never gave what's his name, Alfred Hitchcock, an Oscar, and he should have got one.
Oh, for sure.
he never got one.
The Oscars stay disrespected. Everybody, like from black people to horror to Oscars, it's just like I don't even fuck with it like that, because every time I watch it, it's just movies I ain't never seen. I'm just like, okay.
The only one I really agreed with was Parasite, and I was just like a shot in the dark. They finally saw something good and actually awarded it, because that is a damn good movie.
Yeah. I just felt like they couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop Parasite. So.
Got Kira says, evident every time Donna is away, all hell breaks loose. And they all had to hide, before the talismans were found, including Boyd's family.
For 2 days. And then Boyd went out in the woods and found them talismans. Was it luck?
He found the talismans, yeah.
Was it luck? Maybe.
Luck, I don't think so. Was it placed there? Yeah.
Oh yes, she should have got something for that. She's good. And Lupita played 2 fucking roles in Us.
Yes.
They don't even see horror like that. Sorry,
I don't even like Hereditary, but I do agree she deserves an Oscar for that. She did her thing, so she was good.
No words about Toni Collette. She was in this TV show called on HBO called something. She played multiple characters.
Big Love. No.
United States of Terror. United States of Terror.
Showtime. It was on Showtime. It was amazing.
She played 6 to 7 different characters. She was amazing.
Yes.
Toni Collette, I love you. And her scene in Hereditary at the kitchen table about I'm your mother. Oh my God. She was dope.
Yeah. They overlook horror every time when it comes to acting.
What's up, Critical Overlord? Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, they always overlook horror. It's even, it's
John Goodman in Cloverfield Lane. Like, come on.
Yo. 10 Clover.
Wait, did the Lambs get something?
Yeah. Sorry for the Lambs did win something. And Get Out won for what? Did they win?
I think best screenplay.
something.
As it should. I get that.
But
here's the thing: people act like horror is one of those genres you sleep on. Horror is the one genre that encompasses all the other ones: comedy, drama,
romance.
That's what I've been saying.
Right, exactly. Right.
It takes everything in there, and then it's kind of so weird that the Oscars wouldn't show respect to horror when like everyone that starts acting tends to do a horror movie.
Yes,
like they all tend to get in
at least one. Kevin Bacon.
We tend to save Hollywood. These studios, when they're in trouble, they put out a horror movie.
Especially during the pandemic, the horror saved the theaters during the pandemic. So it's like, it's just crazy. But I mean, what do you expect when it's like 10 people that choose things? So
exactly. But I think that's getting rid of something. The Academy or something's getting canceled soon. I don't know.
Oh, they canceled the Academy?
Yeah, I don't know, but a horror section is needed for an Oscar.
Oh, definitely. They definitely just need to add one. But I mean, if they get rid of Oscars, I don't care. Will Smith got his, so he did.
That's hers, and I'm still mad about it. She deserves hers.
We got a critical overlord says episode 10 will give a big answer while raising more questions.
Care to elaborate?
That's every episode.
Yeah, that's minus the big answer. You know, like I'm glad that we will at least get something in this next episode. You know,
is the answer Jade is the mayor? Because that's what actually matters.
Jade is smart.
Don't.
Jade is hardworking, and he's trying to find answers. But Jade ain't the main character of this story, okay? It's Victor, okay? Jade needs to realize that. This little quest that Jade's on is about Victor.
It's about, you know what? That's fair. He is the main character, and so is Ethan. I think they are like this whole, their friendship is weird.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a weird.
It's almost inappropriate too, by the way. Inappropriate red, as Myra
I think it makes sense if you realize that Victor is stunted at 10 years old. Like that's mentally where he's at. That's that's it. That's you talking. It's a grown body. There's a child's brain in it.
You can see by everybody, like all the kind of like father figures and all the people who just kind of look at the facts. They look at Victor and Ethan's relationship as odd. While there's the mother figures that see that Victor isn't on the same level as everybody else. Victor is pretty much stuck at Ethan's level. So that's
he's definitely been
that's why he answers Tabitha, because she knows she has a little boy. So she talks to Victor the same way she talks to Ethan.
I just like how they be arguing. Like him and Ethan, they like they're best friends, but they it's like, well, then I ain't gonna take your jacket.
That's well, why were you mean to me? Well, these crayons are broke. So.
You gave me broke crayons, and then you let people in my room. He's like, I told him not to go in there. I'm just like, what is
I feel that I didn't like people breaking my crayons either, or people who mash down on you. Sharpen your crayons, and then somebody comes and they mash down when they color and mess up your nicely sharpened. I'm sorry, you unlocked a memory.
I didn't even know I had a problem with that until you said that when I was a kid, because like I'd make my points nice and sharp. And like, can I borrow your purple? And then it's just come back as a nub. Like, fuck was you doing? Like,
and I had to campaign for a year of good grades, good behavior to get that 64 pack that came with the sharpener on the side.
You know what? I hated crayons. I always like
you were fancy when you had the sharpener. And looking at everybody else, look at you peeling off your paper.
And I needed that win because my father went to the store. I asked him for Transformers. This man's gonna bring me GoBots. Daddy, I can't bring this to school. He said the same thing. It's the same thing.
Damn, I remember GoBots too.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so
you would get roasted if you came to school with GoBots and everybody had Transformers.
Go.
Listen, you just reminded me of I was a ballerina. I was graceful. Malibu Barbie.
Oh, I remember my cousin had the Malibu Barbie with the pink car and a Barbie house. She had the Barbie house. She had the pink car. She had all her Barbie stuff.
My cousin had like the red Ferrari, and then when I had to play with her, she would give me the pink car that was missing a wheel, and I had to drive the kids around in it. So we carjacked the pink Ferrari, and then she didn't want to play with me after that.
Anybody have a cousin that lucked out enough? I had one cousin that lucked out enough. His parents bought him the Lego castle, and that was so expensive. The Lego castle, and he also had the Lego Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. I don't even know how much it cost, but I was told as a child it's too expensive for you to have.
I wanted Legos, and then like as an adult now, I see why my parents was like, "Fuck is you thinking?" Because these things are expensive. Like, and I wouldn't even. I probably would have gave up halfway. I was not that dedicated. So,
I'm already built. I was
like, my parents was like, "Nah, he ain't gonna do this. We're not doing this."
See, I had younger siblings, so it was like certain things that were like, "Nah, we're just not even gonna do this because there's gonna be missing pieces." When we had board games that were missing pieces, we were like, "All right, let's play Candyland." You know, with things were missing. You know,
I was the person that was. I was the younger sibling. I lost the pieces to my brother's light bright.
Dang.
I don't know what happened. I was 4.
Having a kid, like I get to kind of like relive my childhood, but then I get to see all the reasons my parents said no to things. Like my son wanted Mousetrap. That game is trash. I gotta put it together every time he wants to play. It's annoying as hell. Like he lost some pieces. I thought it was cool. I wanted Mousetrap all my life. Not no more. Nope.
Terrible. We got a bite. He says the actress that is playing Mari is a trained ballerina. Maybe in season 3 we will see that.
Is she the ballerina though? Because she always has her face half covered with the hair, so maybe that is her as the ballerina. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
That'd be interesting.
What you drinking, Tamon? Wait, am I saying right? Tamon or Tamon? Tamon. What are you drinking?
I'm all out now. But I was drinking gin, pineapple puree, and lemonade.
Oh yeah,
he always got a cocktail on the side. You know, that's why I'm like next week for the finale, I'm gonna come out with my glass of wine. You know,
we should all have our cocktails. Yes, that sounds like a plan.
Let's play a drinking game next week. Anytime we say the word Kenny, you gotta
anytime Ellis gets hurt, you know,
or pushed out the way.
From bingo, they have from bingo. I posted in our Instagram chat, and it's like the shit is like, where is it? Damn, pretty good. That was fast. Oh, it's like Victor, I don't want to talk about that. That's one spot, and then Boyd, I got a go spot, and Ellis hurting himself even more is a spot.
Oh, I see it now.
Terrible.
It has Elgin being disoriented. Boyd, I don't have time.
That's so fucked up. Victor and Boyd is right on the money because that shit happens all the time.
Bitey said no, but I think she was seeing the ballerina in her room before the cicadas.
Yeah, she's seen the music box. Elgin seen the music box. Boyd seen the music box, and now the people in the RV have heard the music, but I think only those 3 have seen the music box. No,
Wait, Tabitha. I think Tabitha saw the music box in the woods.
Yeah, she saw the music box too. Yeah. So, but only one person has seen and been fucked up by that ballerina, and that's Boyd.
Listen, I'm glad. Never mind. Yep.
Got a critical overlord says the finale should open up major discussions about certain characters. Interesting.
You've seen it, ain't you? You've seen it. You got that sneak peek. They saying she's
I predict the finale will be nonstop action. Leave us with a cliffhanger.
I'm ready for some nonstop action. I would love that. Yeah,
I hope it's longer, like an hour and 20 minutes or something.
Yeah,
they don't love us like that. They don't fuck with us like that.
I'm looking at IMDb, and Boy in White only had 6 episodes, so I guess we ain't gonna be seeing him again for a little bit.
Interesting. And then Biden said Elgin saw it, the ballerina.
Yeah, Elgin saw it. And he almost got drowned by it. I think it might. I don't know if that was a ballerina.
No, that looked like a different person because the ballerina's hair is pulled back and she wears pink. That lady had on a kimono with like I think a red.
It really did remind me of Fatima. So like I
what
feel
if
like,
her...
and then like when she told him about being pregnant, that's when he remembered his dream. Like it's something with her. It's something
and him being in the water. It's kind of like how a infant is in the womb.
Yeah.
So maybe there is something to him actually being Ellis and Fatima's child, even though I don't think their child would look like Elgin. For some reason, I'm picturing their child look like Elder Barge or something. I don't know. Bruno Mars. That's what the child's gonna look like.
Y'all heard it. Cast Bruno Mars as their son for a season.
Listen,
yo, that'd be wild.
Mom.
Huh?
Say it again.
I said Bacta is more likely to be Elgin's mom.
Yeah. She looks like she could be his mother. Yeah.
We gonna see. It's a lot of expectations and a lot of they have a lot to sum up in this season finale. I feel like they have a lot to prove because I feel like I didn't get my bloodthirst quenched, especially with that bus full of people that, came in. I feel like there needs to at least be like a decent kill count.
Yeah,
just like I want a blood fucking bath. If we get a wedding, I want a blood bath. We've been saying that forever since he proposed to Miss Thing. Yes. So I would love for us to get a blood bath. That would be nice.
Yes. I'm excited though. Especially this being the finale and just to hear you guys' thoughts, summed up for the finale.
I can't wait. I want them to come hard with it. Like I feel like they saved most of this season's budget for the last episode, so I want them to come hard with it. I want to see it like it.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I want to see if Jim dies.
Yeah. Who do y'all think's gonna die for the season finale?
Randoms.
Just randoms? You don't think anyone?
Because they didn't develop any characters, so they might as well just have like a big massacre and just take half of them out because we don't know those people anyways. They never registered to us other than Randall. And I always forget her name. Bacta.
I think it's gonna be a death in Jim's family. I feel like it's either gonna be Jim or it's gonna be his daughter. I definitely think Randall's gonna die. I don't know.
He's already dead, right?
Yeah, he got the bugs in his mouth and everything.
Yeah. So,
but we didn't see a body though. I feel like shit. He may appear at the door. Like, wouldn't it be wild if
or mutate something?
Yeah.
Or show up at Colony House and take down the talisman, and then all the bugs come out of him.
Oh.
But yeah, I think Jim, Randall, Jim's daughter, Julie, I think she's on my list for who might die. But
you know what? The three people that are like disciples is what I've been calling them, the chosen. If those three were to die, I would be okay. Julie will hurt my feelings because I like the actress, and I like what they're trying to do with. I mean, she really hasn't had that much development, but I still like the actress, and I want to see more of her.
She went from a brat to being in love with her family. Now she's all about her family.
like I'm a brat and my character development, and I'm a big sister brat. Like,
Yeah.
I love my brother. I take him everywhere.
It just took one invasion in the colony house for her to turn, and
that's
for
how
stuff being stolen too.
To get some act right. She needed a little bit of act right, and then she got it together. Fuck being trapped in this town. That's not enough. But if those,
who else could possibly die? They could kill Christy because Christy's girlfriend has some medical knowledge too. So like you could lose Christy and then she could or the girlfriend could die. I don't know. But just because they kind of I feel like they're taking Kenny away from her and that would just leave her with a happy ending and you don't get a happy ending. So
not in this fucking hellhole.
Yeah,
I know I'm dead ass wrong, but I like this is so, and it's like just in all I don't know how to describe it. In all fucked upness, this is wrong. But I like Kenny better with Sarah than with Christy. they got something there that's a fire, even though it's completely inappropriate and wrong.
I don't know if it's behind the scenes, but there's some chemistry. There's sparks with them. Like there's
I didn't see that with him and Christy.
Like, ever since he broke her ornament, she's been like, yeah.
Like Christy neutered him in a way, and he with Psycho Murderer, he's like liberated to be crazy too.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they have this wild thing, like you're gonna kill somebody, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna kill somebody too. Then we're gonna go home and get real nasty. That's what I feel that they give it.
She hears voices and he just goes along with it, like whatever.
Yeah. We gotta kill Boyd. You're right.
I love how the voices just don't talk to her no more. You ain't hearing nothing now. Everything's just done. Like,
she took her ass in the woods. They were like, "Okay, we tried to help you, but that's enough. You did too much."
Did they try to help her? Like I don't know.
It's a lot. It's a lot that could happen. There's definitely a lot that could happen in this finale.
I know who ain't gonna die. It ain't gonna be Boyd. Ethan's fine because he's too young. If Ethan was a little older, Ethan's on my list too.
He's dead.
Yeah, they ain't finna kill Ethan, so he good.
However old, damn, they all float down here. How old's his brother?
They all float down here.
What was his fucking name?
I think Ethan's older than him, and he got murked for the story. Hey, so that don't count. Like
you'll float too. You'll float too.
Oh, I love that little kid. Just in that movie.
Yeah, Body says can't lose Christy, would lose the lover triangle.
It's already over, love.
It feels like it died. It feels like it died out. Like with that whole autopsy thing where Kenny was kind of acting like a little bitch, but he was kind of right. Like that's where I felt like it kind of died out. But I don't know.
I mean, Junkie Rogue needs too much attention.
Maybe I just like destruction. That's why I want to see him with Sarah. Maybe I just want to see it burn. Maybe I just want to see.
Yeah, I think you do. Just see it burn.
You definitely do. We know that.
Thank you for stopping by, Michael, Jamal, Belly of the Beast, Fatima the Beast.
Ooh,
interesting. Wow. Yeah, that'd be wild. That'd be wild as hell.
I mean, like, I feel like I don't feel like she's gonna give birth to anything good. I don't know.
Like, she's gonna give birth to the savior. No, it's not happening in this place.
No.
She does have the best room in Colony House, so maybe she is something pretty bad.
Well, I mean, if we're establishing rooms in Colony House makes you bad, then Donna would definitely be bad. Like,
and so would Elgin, obviously.
Elgin got a room?
He does.
He does? Where?
Yeah, they gave him a room in Colony House.
They did? That's the only time I saw him in a room in Colony House was when he got drowned. That was the bathtub.
That was the bathtub. Most of the time, he's on the front patio sitting in that barber chair.
What was with the straps in the bed again?
Oh, that was for when Donna and Boyd had those in there for people that when they first come to the town, if they freak the hell out and they're afraid that they might open the door at night, they put them in there.
Jade was now I remember. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure Kenny and Sarah will find something to do with those straps in that bed.
Yeah.
And guess who's tied up? You already know. It's Kenneth.
Yes, it is.
Piety says can't lose Christy, would lose the lover triangle. You know, Critical Overlord says, are you sure Ethan won't die? I think, he's a kid. I don't think
I'm about 95% sure that Ethan won't die. Like,
you'll float too.
Well, that's a movie, and it happened. Shows have surprised me before.
They opened the series with a child death.
Yeah.
The very first person to die on the show was a little girl.
That's true.
That
is true. So
she got work. Yeah.
Ethan might catch it, but he seems to weave himself into the stories every now and then, kind of
in a good way, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he still reminds me of that kid from Once Upon a Time. I hate that.
I was just thinking that. Yeah. What's his name? Henry. He's definitely Henry.
Yeah, and I definitely would have put his Henry ass outside when he was talking all crazy when they were trying to play a board game. Like, I was like, don't you be talking like that? You don't.
Ethan, watch your mouth. Ethan basically said,
yeah. I don't know where this attitude came from.
He pissed. He talked crazy to Victor. I don't remember what he said, but I think it was about his mama or his sister. But whatever he said.
He did. My mom, you see, he's like, how'd that work out for her? I was like, ooh.
He said, fuck you. He basically said, fuck your dead mama and their sister, and I'm going upstairs to go do what I want to do. Bye.
You about to go in the box. Don't go to sleep around me. You about to go in the box. You don't got to worry about your dreams.
Yeah, I still don't think I know a lot of people are like, I understand, but he was doing a little bit too much talking to Victor like that.
Mm-hmm. That was dirty. It was unnecessary.
Earlier.
Huh?
Why was he mad? Does anybody remember why little Ethan was mad?
I don't know. He said something about we're all gonna die. I guess he's just getting out of that phase where it's kind of like, oh, everything's magical, and he's like, nah, this is bullshit. We all gonna die. I think he's over the fairy tales.
Oh yeah, when he couldn't go to sleep, it was a wrap.
That is true.
He's cranky. He's cranky.
Super
Critical
cranky.
Overlord said, Dad, get me up in a boss way.
He did.
You remember the first episode when they were first introduced, and he told his father to lift him up to look over the log. He didn't ask his father. He ordered his father to lift him.
Yeah, sick of this.
Mm-hmm. I saw Keeshia had said something, but I lost where it was.
Keeshia, let me see.
Yeah, she posted like a couple back to back. Oops.
Oh wait, yeah, at Keeshia.
What was it? The
Jim ass gotta go is the last thing I see.
I got a hash. Oh wait, yeah, Jim's dumbass is threatened by Victor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, threatened. That's what it was. Jim's dumbass threatened Victor.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows Jim is collateral damage, and
at this point, Jim is done.
Like he's not.
Jim is done.
He's not bringing anything. Like, granted, yes, he builds theme park rides, and he's basically he knows how to do that. But so does Jade. I feel like Jade can build a plan and can build whatever. So he can go. And the fact that he riled up Randall like that and we didn't see it through just kind of pissed me off. So they can both go. Like you don't just go kidnap Donna and not kill her. I don't see the point.
Well, one, I would acknowledge that you gave Jade kudos, and I appreciate you for lifting him up in that way. Two, I would like to say that I agree. When Randall said, "Jim, did you put all that stuff in my head just to round me up?" He probably did. Yeah. I I said last week, watch Jim as the fucking villain.
It's possible.
He'd be a boring ass villain. Like, why?
Oh, his reveal will be great, but after that, it'll be over.
Because of the divorce? Is that why? Is that why?
Oh, yeah. All this place. When our son died, I made all this shit happen to get us trapped together.
It's so crazy that you in a divorce and you end up in this world where you can't leave and people are hunting you down and your wife is potentially finding the next love of her life. That is crazy. Like, I'd be hurt. Like, even when the world...
They ain't even noticing it. They ain't even peeping that Jade is closing in.
That's probably why they get a divorce, because he don't pay attention.
I mean, he's a workaholic. He's probably... Well, okay, we'll stop there. He's a workaholic, right? He doesn't pay attention to his family. He barely knew that she lost the baby. Jim, you know what? I didn't think he was problematic in the beginning. I thought he was like the great pseudo lead to this new show, but really, he's fucking problematic.
Yeah, he's problematic.
I thought it was problematic the minute he agreed to let his daughter stay up in orgy house. Notice her mother was like, "She's not staying up there," and he was like, "Oh, wait a minute, honey, just let her do." No, that's a teenage girl. You let her
figure it out. Like, one, we don't know these people. We don't know any of them. Like,
at all.
Not staying with a random group of people up in
Like,
that's when Donna probably would have caught that smoke for me, because she was like, she made the choice. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, bring your ass to this house, Julie, and that's the last time.
Yep.
Because I say helicopter parent. The minute Donna be like, "Well, she meant, well, why you want her up there?" No.
Exactly. So okay, we're all. Oh, that's what Tabitha said. We all going.
We all going. We all going. No, you chose the town. I don't care about your rules. I just got here. Like, fuck you, mean.
We're talking about
like, oh my god.
Yeah, Kara says, "I think Ethan is safe."
Yeah, I think so too.
Ethan's safe. That's Victor's best friend. They can't deal Victor another loss like that. He just re-lost his sister. They can't.
He's not going to be able to handle this anymore if he loses his best friend.
Oh, Bitey. No, you didn't.
Damn.
Holy dragon.
He went right to a stereotype. He wants her to be a dragon mom. Oh, no.
Why are you doing that?
The views and the thoughts of Body are not.
I was all for you, Bitey. You're bringing all the fire, and now, damn.
We were rooting for you.
Yeah, we were all rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you.
We were rooting for you. I just see Tyra Banks.
Yeah.
Body, you have to go into the town. Welcome to From It.
Yeah. Yeah, Critical Overlord says Jim was one of the hyena people with Xander in Buffy season 1.
He's been around. Yeah, he's an actor. He's been around in things for a while.
Mika says when Boyd is through with you, it's over. Boyd was like Jim Kick Rocks.
Oh,
he was.
I love when Donna was tied up and Boyd got pushed down. She was like, "Boyd, like, be careful." Like, what the fuck? He's already on the ground.
But we'll see. We'll see. We got one more.
I like seeing Boyd jack people up because Harold Perrineau is not a big dude, but his presence, like when he grabbed Randall, I felt that.
Fuck him up, boy.
He grabbed him, but he had a like that thought, like, I don't want to fuck him up right now because I don't want to deal with it. But he's like, just sit down.
He sat him down. Oop, sit down.
Yeah.
But that first smack in episode 1, I watched the episode like several times just to watch him smack that dude.
He had to teach him a lesson. You know, had to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, I do love seeing him in this role because like I started from kind of like right after I finished the Best Man series that was that they came back with. Yeah. He wasn't getting respect up in there, so I was just like, I love the fact that he's just the boss up in this. So
thank you for saying that because he's so versatile as an actor.
Yes. Did you see him on Claws?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so good.
With Niecy, that's not
Niecy Nash.
I wanted to watch that show. I never got around to it because
he played a person that was on the autism spectrum, and I have an uncle and I have a nephew that are both on the autism spectrum, and he nailed it. Like the self-soothing that they do, the different tics and things they do, but he did it in a way that wasn't laughable. It wasn't like like, for lack of a better term, you ever seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
When they said never go full R word, he didn't do that. He played the character the way it should be played, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was good at Oz.
Yeah, he was.
I've always.
I didn't see the full series of Oz, but I saw a few episodes. I couldn't watch the full series; it was too intense. Like, I saw a dude get his Achilles tendons cut, and I was like, I think it was an episode he was about to get a basketball. He was about to be in a basketball contract and stop being a guard, and they sliced his Achilles tendon. And I said, "Oh, this is depressing." You watch this.
They going deep here.
Buddy says,
I do appreciate the male frontal nudity, though. HBO will give that to you.
The Crom Knuckle got the book, The Map from Kenny's Mom. So is the book called The Lonely Dragon?
Or you're saying The Lonely Dragon is as a metaphor, not like the stereotype of the dragon mom. Okay, my mistake, Bitey. So I didn't know about that.
The tiger mom.
Oh, tiger! You're right. Yeah, again, my mistake.
And then the Crom Knuckle story starts out with the cat. Jade had cats on his shirt for days. Wow.
Yeah, you have to really, really study the show. Like, you can't just watch it. You have to study it.
Yeah.
Yo, there's so many fan theories and that they are digging up. I mean, shit that we're not even.
I didn't even know there was a whole Reddit world. I'm about to dive deep into this now. So.
You see what I sent you? Like, there's like this whole thing to deal with tarot cards and dealing with, the paintings on the wall and all the. When I'm reading, I'm like, yo, that's it. That makes sense. That all this shit lines up. And so I just can't wait for us in season 4 to circle back and be like, oh God, it's been this all over.
Yeah, when you finally get the reveal and then you see all the I love that. I love things like that.
Yeah.
You get to see all the little moments. I love this show. It's so good.
Yeah.
I gotta go pretty soon, you guys, because I didn't get to watch The Secret Invasion yet. I'm sitting here this whole time like The Secret Invasion is sitting there waiting for me.
Wait. The whole season is out, or
I don't know. I don't know if it's the whole season or just the first episode.
I don't think they did.
They released it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out today.
Yeah, I think the first episode is out.
Yeah, it's not.
Ain't nobody tell me nothing.
So did you enjoy it, Shasha, or have you not seen it yet?
Yeah, no, I'm about to watch it when we finish here.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
heard it. I think it got review bomb. Like, people are like, that's a trend nowadays. People are review bombing these things, but I'm still gonna check it out.
Yeah, I don't trust any reviews when it comes to Marvel new era because there's a lot of hate going on just because it's more minority driven and more female.
I was about to say, I don't listen to reviews. As soon as I see a black person, it's woke. My existence is woke. Then go to fuck back to sleep. I also enjoy it. Shit.
Because everybody wants this to be Infinity Wars and Civil War over and over and over again, but they forget that we had a whole story leading up to that shit. So all the reviews have been trash.
And then like everyone's argument about these things, it's to me it's stupid and moot because it's like all this shit happened in the comic books. It's not like they just made all this shit up. Like Falcon became Captain America. Like it's so
Yep. Like, they did the same thing with The Last of Us. They was mad that Bill was gay, but he was gay in the game. So tell us you don't know the source material without telling us you don't know the source material.
Like when people get mad like that, I just be looking at them like you real dumb. Like I just
Miss Marvel was one of the best, shows that they had,
Yeah,
you guys check that out.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It was just as fun as Spider-Man, So I was like, cut it out.
It's amazing.
I'm hella behind, so I got a lot of shows I need to watch. I just started Loki, so
I think the only thing that would have made Miss Marvel better is if I saw it when I was 14. Like I think it's really, I don't know if the kids connected to it, but I would have if I was a teenager. Like I still do, but I mean, that's I love how they made it kind of more for the kids. I like that.
I love the representation and all the like. If I was a kid in this era, I think I'd be having the time of my life right now.
Dude, sometimes I would get emotional. Like when I first saw Into the Spider-Verse, and I just saw all the kids in the theater. I'm like, this is fucking amazing. Like even like I got a nephew now, and he's Latino, you know, and I'm like, you know, he gets to grow up with Miles Morales just being on the screen and stuff. Like it's crazy. Man. Crazy.
Did you see that there was a TikTok trend? It was sometime maybe last year, the year before last, with all these little boys dancing. They were hashtagging it Black Boy Joy, but it was a lot of people that had little boys that looked just like Maribel's little brother in Canto. With the little the curly afro, and they would play the song like We Don't Talk About Bruno, and you would see the little boy looking at the cartoon that looks just like him dancing.
What really hits it for me is when I see the characters that I attach to, like growing up, and none of them look like me, right? But I have this strong attachment to those characters. I was like, damn, was something wrong with me? Yeah, there was sort of kind of, because we didn't have anything to look up to. But this next generation, they won't have that problem. They got all these great people that they can look up to that looks fucking like them and have those shared experiences.
So I can relate because all I had was Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman, but like I even had her underoos, but I'm not. I couldn't identify with her the same way. I still like that she existed though, but now like these little girls, you can go. I have Shuri blasters over there. I'm a grown ass woman, and the Shuri blasters are right next to my Wonder Woman sword.
Like I do love it. Like when Falcon became Captain America, I was buying that whole for my son so he could like read it when he got older and stuff. So like like we have representation. We need more. I'm not saying that we should stop here, but we have it in the comics, we have it in movies, and we're getting in shows and in books. So I'm definitely happy for the next generation that's coming up.
Hell yes.
Excited.
When the little girl was in Walmart and she was looking for a Little Mermaid jacket and she turned around, it was the original Little Mermaid. She's like, I don't know. I get it.
I was somewhere. I saw this little girl with a Miss Marvel backpack on, and I was just like, I was just smiling. I was just cheesing. I didn't even know who the hell she was. I was just like, yo, this is dope, you know.
And it's good to see because like you get all this hatred online, but then like you go into the stores, you see these little white kids picking up Black Panther, and they're just like, I'm gonna be Black Panther for Halloween. Like the hate doesn't start with them. It's like
not at all.
Yeah.
I was at the grocery store. Oh, I'm sorry. I was at the grocery store and the little boy was bagging groceries. He's probably about 15 or 16. And it was around the time where I think Homecoming, it might have been Homecoming, was about Spider-Man Homecoming was coming out. And I noticed he had a little Marvel thing on. So, you're excited about Spider-Man Homecoming? And he was like, not really. I'm looking for Black Panther 2. That's what he said. He was waiting for Black Panther 2. It was red, like bright red hair, the whitest white person you could see. And that's what he said. And he talked about all the comics that he read, the Black Panther comic book series that he read.
Oh, yeah. I think that's why it was like, I mean, it was heartbreaking in general. But when Chadwick passed, you know, it was like, damn, man, because I remember when the end of that movie, like the ending scene when his ship comes and the kid is like, who are you? You know, I just like, I tears because I'm like, it was just amazing seeing someone in that light, you know, that looked like him, you know, and you know, we were definitely fortunate, you know, to have him in that role. You know?
Yeah.
So
we're seeing
and they pick and choose too. So I'm sorry, Tamon, go ahead.
I'm loving that we're getting this, even though the blackening, which I saw the other day, I meant to text you, Ty, but I saw the blackening, and even though it's not horror, but like see us represented, that was a black ass movie, and I was like, yes. And
I identify with my Android phone.
oh, me too. Me too. With my Android phone, you know, jokes that only us are gonna really get. You know, so it was dope.
Reneging. If you understand what a big fucking deal that is,
I still hear my grandfather and my grandmother talk because they love to play cards. And what they used to play is bid whist. I don't know if you have an older bid whist is like the older people's version of spades. It's like the same thing. And they would be on the back patio yelling about something. You reneged. that's like one of my earliest memories. Yelling about that.
Listen, I made money in undergrad playing spades. Listen, so it's a whole thing. Right.
I know. Well, I know. I suck at it. I was one of those people. Oh, you guys are playing spades. Well, it's time for me to go because I'm not good at card games.
No, we know your motive, right?
Yes. But also, my excuse is like another character who was from New Hampshire. I'm from Connecticut, so I was glad to see New England Black people being included. We exist.
Yeah.
Most of our parents and grandparents came from down south, though. Like my grandmother's from New Orleans, but. It's you get sent south for the summer. That was a thing in New England. You wouldn't see your friends during the summer because a lot of times you get sent south to your grandparents' house. So a lot of us that are in Connecticut, when summertime comes, everyone's down in South Carolina, Florida, Texas, you know, and then you come back up to Connecticut for your school year.
Yes. But yeah, we've been. We've been going around the world, but it's definitely been it always happens like that, folks. You should know that by now. Whenever because it's like we're around family, we're around folks, you know.
Absolutely.
So we just get into it. But thank y'all for joining me, you know, tonight. Thank you for joining me and Tamon tonight. Lady Shasha, you know, Keeshia, she had to dip out, you know, a little early. She was having technical difficulties, and Sylvester, you know, he had to dip out, you know, take care of some things. But thank y'all again for kicking it with us. Thank you to everybody in the comments, you know, kicking it with us tonight for this episode. You know, it was very, very dope to see, you know, Mika and Kira, Jaleesa, Bitey, Michael, Stephanie. Thank y'all for kicking it with us. If I'm missing anybody, I apologize. It was a lot going on in the chat tonight, you know, which appreciate, you know, a critical overlord. You know, thank you for stopping by, everybody. Thank you for stopping by and just kicking it with us. Yes, but next Wednesday, we're gonna be back on here again talking about the finale. You know, it's gonna be a celebration, you know, or maybe who knows what the vibe is gonna be, you know, a funeral, you know. So
listen, we just ask that everyone come with your cocktails.
Yes.
If you don't drink, have a mocktail, but come with your wine, your liquor, whatever you imbibe, and come hang out with us and have some fun, play a little game, and just really recap this entire season and end it with what happened in the fucking finale of From.
Yes. Yeah. Most definitely. So, and do y'all have anything else to plug, you know, before we get out tonight? You know, Lady Shasha, you got anything to say, you know, to plug? I know you got Kevin.
I'm the definition of bitch, you doing too much. Okay, so I did, of course, the Cabin in the Woods Film Festival. Yes. We're still accepting submissions from short films until June 30th. If you go on the Cabin in the Woods Film Fest on Instagram, you will see that we have discount codes for, like, there's one that's for LGBTQ plus filmmakers, for Black women filmmakers, and there's one for people of color filmmakers that lowers the price for you to submit your film. It's only $35 to begin with, so with the discount code, it comes down even lower than that. Yes. I will be on the Guilty Pleasure Gang sometime next month. We just talk about our favorite bad movies, and I'm on Hood Podcast on Mondays, which we talk about news of the weird. Like, a lot of times it's Florida stories, but it's news of the weird. It's called Hood Podcast because every city of every country has a hood. And on my channel, I'm doing Summer of Slashers, which, I mean, I just felt like doing it. I wanted to cheer myself up, and slasher movies cheer me up. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. And I might do a live stream on Friday. We have to finalize some things and make sure. But look forward to that. I think that's everything. I said the deadline. Oh, my social media. It's Horror Freak on TikTok, Instagram, and what's left of Twitter.
I like that. What's left of Twitter?
Twitter is a dumpster fire, and I'm there just watching it go down in flames. But it's fun to watch.
Yes, yeah. What about you, Tamon? I know you got the second season of Scream Kings, coming up. Y'all got some things in development,
Things twinkling. We are currently in production of season 2 of Scream Kings. We have some live shows that's getting ready to pop off really soon. I'm not going to spoil what we're doing, but season 2, we have a lot of guests. It's our second season, so that's the sequel. So that means more body counts, bigger production, which means more guests. So you are going to see some friends from this show that may pop up on Scream Kings. I don't want to spoil anything. However, season 2 is going to be really fun. If you are a horror author or know horror authors, slide into my DMs. I got to talk to you about something that's a cool opportunity. So reach out to me. And of course, Scream Kings. And then you can check out my book page, Join the Fraternite. It's about a fraternity for sorcerers, and it goes back to Egypt, so the characters look like us, have our same experiences, different magical practices. It's really cool. JoinTheFraternity.com. If you pre-order now, you get the first 20 pages, and you get some cool stuff to join the organization yourself. And yeah, that's all I got popping. You can find me at Tamon Kane on Facebook, what's left of Twitter, Instagram. Instagram, and I believe that's it. Oh wait, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter-ish, and Twitch. I stream Dead by Daylight, the video game. So come and hang out and all that. That's it. Bye. And you, Ty.
Yes, and I am Tyrone Williams, aka the Evil Tyrone. You can catch me here actually on this channel doing interviews and discussions. I've actually got another interview tomorrow night with Christy Adams, which is should be fun. A horror entrepreneur. She owns her own she's co-owner of Nightmare Toys and the Nightmare Cafe in Las Vegas, amongst other things, so it should be a very fun interview. But you can also catch me at the Evil Tyrone on what's left of Twitter as well, and Instagram, and and TikTok. Sometimes
you gotta come
TikTok.
through on TikTok. We're building. We're building a horror community over there.
Yes. We getting there. But make sure if you made it all the way to the end of the video, make sure you like and subscribe. And also everybody's links are going to be down in the description. I'm going to make sure that in the morning, first thing in the morning. So, yes, but thank y'all for kicking it with us tonight, and just it's been fun. It's been fun as always. And as always, peace, love, and horror, everybody. And we're out of this thing.